Hi, my name is Angie Ditto, and I'm a psychic medium, and I came here today to give you some messages that I had gotten, and I have lots of kitties that'll probably be getting in the way, but I hope that something that is in these messages will help you, and if you're tuning into this and you're listening to it, there's probably going to be something for you. I've asked that God would give me the right things for the right people. And so if you're here today, welcome. And I hope that something that's said helps to change your path a little bit. I'd like to start by just asking to be surrounded by 100,000 angels in the divine white light of heaven to protect me and to protect everyone out there from any icky forces that try to get in the way of these messages. And I just ask my Heavenly Father to guide my words and my heart so I will be able to give you what you need today to help your heart. First thing that I got today was that I felt an overwhelming amount of people have suffered some sort of a loss in their life. Whether it be a person or a job or a home, or just that you've lost faith in what you're supposed to be doing or why you're here. And maybe that nothing good will ever happen for you, that sort of thing. Just being kicked while you're down a lot, and just really defeated, just a feeling of being defeated and not knowing where to go from here. Exhaustion. I just kept feeling just utterly exhausted during this part, and it made me really emotional because I've been there. I've been in the place where you're just so tired, and it's not a tired like your body, it's a tired in your soul, it's a tired in your mind. You just don't know how to move forward, and the pain of the past can sometimes do that to us. We've been through so much sometimes that we don't give ourselves a chance to rest and process things, and then to also let go of the things that are dragging us down and painful from the past. And so I kept feeling people or a person that was trying and pushing so hard that you've lost sight of what you even love, what you enjoy, and what lights you up inside. And that's the key. That's the key right there. Is dark forces a lot of times will just give us lots of obstacles, one after the other, to keep us, just constantly grasping and constantly not feeling like we've got a spark inside of us. And that's the plan, to try to keep us off of our path and to keep us from living a beautiful, joyful life. So it's those everyday things that just go wrong and we just can't get anything to go right that make us so exhausted a lot of times. If you're like me, I'm really good in a crisis, but it's the day-to-day things that come up afterwards where I don't realize how depleted I am until these little obstacles start stacking up, and then it's just like everything's out to get you. But I assure you it's not that way. It's just that dark forces like to take advantage of when we're down and kind of kick us when we're down. So that's how that kind of works sometimes. I was told that it's time to get back to basics for a lot of people. It's too much going on. There's too much outside noise. You've gotten too focused on what other people are doing or what other people think, and you really don't even know who you are anymore. And so I was told that it's time to get back to basics. You need to ground yourself in the present moment. I actually made a post yesterday about the present moment, that it's a gift. I love that little, present and gift thing, but it's so true, because the past is too painful a lot of times for us to deal with on, all at once. And the future, when you've been through something really traumatic, can be really scary, because of the unknown, and you're so afraid that these patterns will keep going and that you'll repeat them. And so you're scared to try anything. And so that keeps you in a trap, unless you just try to focus in those present moments and do what you can in that present moment to shake things up a little bit. You'll find your greatest gifts in the present moment right now. Like I said, the pain of the past is too hard to deal with on a daily basis. We need to, take a bite out of our, healing, every once in a while, and grow from those things. But you can't tackle it all at once. And so, in order to not be so afraid of the future, you have to work on your present moment and just handle what's before you right there. Just work on that. Routine is good. It's a good way to show up for yourself and be consistent. I talk to a lot of people, a lot of clients that they just need a win. They need something to go right. And the easiest way to do that is for you to do something that you are capable of, and to check it off every day, to kind of, give yourself a win. So if you've had trouble, feeling motivated to clean, I keep seeing something about a broom and someone that needs to sweep. In fact, I keep feeling like if you would just get out, move the furniture and sweep really good, there's something that you might actually find that you've lost. Is what I keep hearing, is that not only will this bring new energy, like because cleaning is a really great way to have a clean slate. And so, but I'm hearing something about someone's lost something, and if you'll just kind of move the furniture and sweep and get everything, work on getting everything clean, you'll actually find something that you had lost, and it might just be, a better attitude. That may be what you're needing to find. And yes, sometimes it is as simple as just tidying up or doing something with the intention of making yourself feel better. But do it on a consistent basis. Whatever it is that you've been not wanting to do, or if you're behind on your housework, set up a schedule or something, and just tell yourself, okay, every day this week I'm going to show up for myself, and every night after dinner I'm going to make sure that the dishes are clean before I go to bed. That way you start in the morning and you don't have to look at the dishes, things like that. Just choose something to do every day this week with the intention of changing your energy and getting back on top of the things that have, kind of gone by the wayside during your difficult time. Write out a plan, things you want to accomplish, then choose a day to work on those things. Excuse me, my notes. Again, just a lot of times you just need to write down everything that you want to accomplish. Like if you need to clean, or if you need to paint something or something like that, just make a plan and put down, number them, and check things off every day. Do 1 or 2 things every day to go towards your goal. That's how you're going to conquer these things. That's how you're going to give yourself a win. And so, on the other hand, besides routine, I'm hearing a lot about people needing to shake things up. Like their routine has gotten too routine, and there's stagnant energy. And so you're needing to shake things up and do something different to bring new energy into your life. This is really simple. Whenever I tell people that all you have to do is one little thing that you don't normally do, and it can bring in new energy like you wouldn't believe. Sometimes that's, brushing your teeth before you get into the shower instead of after, something like that maybe you've done for years, and that's what you always do. Shake it up, do something different. It's amazing what that sort of thing can do to shake up the energy in your life. Because then your brain starts going, oh wow, we're doing something different. And so you're able to notice different things, and just be accepting of that energy of something new. Sometimes whenever I talk to clients, it's, something big and major, they need to really shake things up and do something really different. Like I'm hearing someone just needs to go for it, get that tattoo. If you've been wanting to get the tattoo, go for it. Don't worry about what other people think. Do it. It's for you, and it's going to make you feel empowered. It's going to be something that you did and nobody else had control over. Just do it. Cut your hair off. I'm hearing that somebody just needs a change in their style, their hair. Things like that are going to bring new energy into your life. That's what we all need to be doing all the time, is shaking things up and getting out of our comfort zone. The more we practice it, the easier it is when changes come. A lot of people are so thrown off of their game whenever, they lose a job, or, or their rent house gets sold and they have to move. Everybody, people are so upset. Oh my gosh, what am I going to do? But if you're used to, doing things out of your comfort zone and doing things that are different, it won't be as big of a blow whenever you do run across something that's going to change. So, like, go a different way to work. Some other examples, or to pick up the kids, listen to new music. How long have you been stuck in a country rut? Or, only listen to rap, or, whatever you're into. Try something new. You never know what that new thing is going to bring into your life. I had a client one time that was so adamant she was never going to meet her person, and she kept saying, I just don't understand. I don't know where I'm going to meet this person. I don't go anywhere. I don't do anything. There's nowhere to meet him. I work at home. Blah blah blah. Well, I kept being told that she needed to go and work out. Like, it wasn't necessarily for her figure or her weight. It was to release stress and that sort of thing. There was more reasons to it, but it was also, I kept being shown that she would meet someone at the studio or the gym where she was going. And 2 weeks into going and being consistent, like I was talking about earlier, she met the love of her life, and they're married now, and they also have a baby. So sometimes the little things that you're drawn towards are drawing you towards it for more than just what you think. You have a chance to meet people outside your comfort zone, people that are like-minded and will uplift you and help you in life. So don't be afraid to try new things. Go to a concert. If you never go to a concert, you never know who you might bump into. Could be, a boyfriend from high school that you lost touch with, and guess what? The spark's still there. So remember those things. Now, kind of shift gears. I kept feeling deep grief and heartache over what you have lost, and that you don't think that this will ever get better, and that, I can feel just the weight of how you're drowning with this, and you just don't know if you'll ever feel joy again like that. And you need to, because you have people that are depending on you and people who love you, but you just don't feel like getting out of bed. And to that I say, baby steps. Give yourself some time. It's not going to be like this forever, I promise. I have felt deep grief like this, and I didn't think I was going to make it through it either. But I did. One day at a time, one step at a time, one new thing I would do at a time. And you're going to get through this too. And your loved one is watching over you, and they always, check in on their loved ones, and probably already giving you signs. But whenever you're connected to your grief so much, a lot of times we miss the signs because we're not in the vibration we need to be in, because they're in a really high vibration where they're at. And so we have to try to get to that point to where we can see those signs from them. I'm not saying to disregard your grief. We all need to process and heal in our own time, and nobody needs to tell you how to do that. Nobody. That's your personal process. But if you want to get back into life and you want to see those signs from your loved one, my best advice is to try to meet them, where they are. And the only way to do that is to lift your vibration and to try to honor them in ways that, they would have loved, do things that they would have loved, but also do things that you can now do that you didn't get maybe to do whenever they were here. Try new things. They'll be so happy that you're doing those things. Spirit, whenever people cross over into the spirit world, they're surrounded by unconditional love, and that kind of unconditional love wants our loved ones to prosper. They want you to live your best life. They don't want you full of regrets from their life. They want you to move on. And it's not forgetting them. It's never about forgetting them. It's your time to live. And honoring them by living is the best thing that you can do. As hard as it is, once you start doing that, it'll get easier. I kept hearing wind chimes. They were beautiful wind chimes, lots of them, and I just kept getting the feeling like somebody hadn't been outside in a long time. Somebody hadn't been nurturing themselves. A lot of times when I get wind chimes, it has to do with someone who has crossed over, or something wanting to bring their loved ones outside so they can give them signs with birds, or the trees. A lot of times, one of the ways that I love to communicate with spirit is to sit outside and just talk and ask for a breeze, ask for the wind to blow, if I'm on the right path, or if I'm, if what I'm saying is correct. And I have seen some amazing things happen with the wind when I'm talking like that. And so try it. Go out and put your feet in the grass like you were, like we do when we were kids. Put your feet in the grass and just feel the earth and get connected to that stability. Would be really good for a lot of people right now, especially if it's been really hot and you haven't been able to get outside. Wait till it's evening and, ask to be protected from the mosquitoes and just go outside and enjoy it. It's amazing how connected you can get back to God by going outside and being with His creations. And so, it also, I'm hearing that it will also remind you that you're still alive. You have a lot of living left to do. And having your feet in the grass, and listening to the wind, helps us remember we're part of all of this too. We have a purpose, just like the trees and the rain and the grass, everything has a purpose, and you do too. And sometimes our traumas and our sadness can just completely take us over and we lose our way. But it's time for you to get back to living the best that you can. I'm feeling someone who has felt very, very insecure about doing things on your own. This feels like somebody who may have depended on someone a lot, and that person is no longer there to help them. Or it could be someone who, I keep feeling like a child that's gone off to college and mom and dad aren't there, and they're scared, to make decisions and do things like that. And I was being told it's kind of a blunt thing, but it's like, what are you waiting on? Are you waiting on someone else to do it? You know it needs to be done. Your confidence is what's holding you back, and the only person that can help your confidence is you. So breathe deeply, and I'm hearing push your limits, and that's actually what my shirt says, push your limits. If you can read that. And I actually put this shirt on today because I wanted it to inspire me to go ahead and do this video and start doing these a couple of times a week or more. So I'm pushing my limits. This is how I'm going to get myself out of some stagnancy and really be who I'm meant to be. I've felt this calling for a long time to do videos like this, and so I'm excited, but I am insecure also. There's a laundry list of things that I worry about doing videos, but I had to put all of those aside and just take a step forward. So that's what I'm doing today, and I hope that you can find a way to push your limits and get out of your comfort zone, and just know that God created you to be an independent, person that uses their free will for your purpose. So get out there and do what you need to do, and don't be afraid of messing up. The thing about messing up is that we all do it. We all make mistakes. We all see things that we, could have done differently, that sort of thing. But the next time it's a little easier. The next time, you're going to find a little bit more of what, you need to be a success. So keep trying, keep doing things out of your comfort zone, and you'll get there. I promise. I was being told that a lot of you need to hear that your success is assured, but you must change your attitude. There's some pretty bad attitudes out there in this. The energies that are here, we've got a lot of crazy energy. I'm not gonna, try to explain what's happening, but y'all know, y'all probably have felt the fact that things are a little wonky on the planet, and it's not going to get any better anytime soon. So we all just need to, do what we can to be as positive as we can when we can. I'm not saying be fake, we need to process things, and we need to, you're not always going to be in a good mood. But when you get the chance to be better, do better. And so your success kind of hinges on how you meet the day and greet the day every day. If you're getting up every day and just really not liking your life, you're sending a really negative message out to the universe that's going to come back to you in a negative way. That's the way that energy works. Whatever we put out into the world, we get back. And so just make sure that your part of that is as positive as you can when you can. Start making changes now. There is a whole life waiting on you, and the time is now. So if you knew that your success would be assured with whatever your goal is, as long as you had a better attitude about it, could you do it? Is it worth, throwing away your black fingernails and emo shirts? Can you, and I'm not saying, that people need to do that, but I'm saying, could you do that if you knew that it was going to help, you be more successful? If that's something that brings you down all of the time. And stop paying attention. I keep hearing, stop paying attention to negative things. You wonder why you're negative all the time. You're always feeding it. You're always, that's what's going on in your mind all of the time because of what you're listening to and what you're saying about your life. So speak more positively about your life, and that will change a lot for you. There's someone that is waiting to hear from someone else. I'm hearing stop waiting and start living. The more you focus on what you don't have, the more you will feel unworthy and less than. And this is something you need to release the burden of trying to control the outcomes in your life and just get busy living. A lot of times whenever we're so focused on what we want and the end goal, we forget to have fun and to live. We're so focused on that thing, and you don't give God any room to work. You don't give God any wiggle room to create miracles, because you're so, you're holding so tight to things. So, make it known what you want, what your goals are, make it known, what you're praying for, but then kind of step back and go, okay, I'm going to trust that God's got this. And it's amazing what will happen whenever you do that and give God some room. Because it's also about trust and faith. And I have seen some incredible miracles in my life. And a lot of times I only had a mustard seed amount of faith, but I had some faith. And I know that it's hard to talk about something that you're lacking or something that you're missing in a positive way when you don't feel like you've got it yet. But if you could try to start doing that on a daily basis and talking about it like it's already happened, it's really amazing how that can change things. I was seeing the scales of justice. Someone needs to know that all is going to be well. You just need to speak your truth. Don't be afraid to speak up. Doing that will have the things go in your favor. But if you're silent, if you don't say what you need to say, things could be prolonged. It's still going to go okay, but it could be prolonged into a longer battle if you don't just go ahead and step up and speak your truth. And so this last part, I was being told you were being asked to focus on the things that you are grateful for. Anybody who knows me knows that this is my magic wand. I tell people all the time, if they want to create some real magic in their life, get really cozy with what they're grateful for. If you speak about what you're grateful for and you truly feel thankful for people, or your house or your car or your kitty cats. I have several kitty cats. I try to make it something different every day that I list as my gratefuls. And every single time I have been in, at rock bottom and, the pits of despair, and I started listing these things and I started feeling how grateful I was for what I have. It took my focus off of what was so wrong, and I started getting more clarity. I started feeling better about it. And so just try it in your daily life. List the things that you're grateful for and speak about them and let people know you're grateful for them. There's people out there right now that have no idea. They're always wondering if someone loves them, if this person, because it's tense, or things have been difficult in the family or with friendships, just reach out and tell your friends that you're grateful for them. It can make their day, and it can really help bring somebody back from their own, pits of despair and that sort of thing. So people will always disappoint us. It's just a fact of life, because our expectations are always different than what other people's expectations are. We're all unique people. And so when someone disappoints us, we have to sometimes, if we're going to stay in that person's life, we need to give them grace, and we need to understand that humans are going to falter and that sort of thing. So don't let what they've done that was bad outshine all of the things that they've done that are good. If you've been disappointed by someone, including yourself, remember the reasons that you love and care for them, and feel grateful for their presence in your life. And that will help get you out of the mad stage, I guess. If this person is no longer in your life, work on releasing them through forgiveness. And I know a lot of people will roll their eyes, or they'll just say, nope, can't do it, can't forgive them, it was too bad. I understand. I have been through things that nobody should ever be asked to forgive. But for me, for my soul, in order to move forward, I needed to forgive so I could release their hold on me. And that's what I work on doing. It's a process. But it's for you to be able to heal. And once you accept things and move on, you will release their karma so they can carry it and not you. When I explain this to people, a lot of my clients, I'm like, as long as you're hanging on to the anger and the bitterness, you're keeping things that they need to feel away from them. Our world is all about energy, and our thoughts are energy. And if we're hanging on so tightly to what someone did to betray us, they're not going to be able to feel the things they need to learn their lessons. So as you're releasing it, it takes the energy back to the person who sent it, the person who did it. So try to remember that. If you're one of those people that, want revenge and that sort of thing, that's a pretty good way to get revenge, is to give them that energy back, and you go on and live your life. The best revenge is a happy life. And we all have that choice. You can either hold on to it and make yourself sick with it, and that's usually what happens. We usually end up with some sort of dis-ease in our body because we won't let things go. So as you release, you allow them to be able to pick it up and learn the lessons that they need to learn. Also, I'm hearing there's several people that need to get out of the way of other people's karma. Again, I go back to energy. What you put out into the world comes back. It's just the way it is. It has to be that way. And so if someone has been, negative and bad and hurt people, they're going to need to have a lot more lessons to teach them not to do that. So if you're with someone who hurts people a lot or has hurt you, I would suggest getting out of the way of that, if for no other reason except you don't want to get drugged down by their life lessons. That's not a fun thing to do whenever you don't have that karma. You'll just be hanging on for a really, really bumpy ride. And I think there's some of you out there, I'm hearing this is ringing a bell. You're understanding, okay, why is this stuff happening? Well, sometimes if it's happening to the person that you need to be away from, it's your sign. Get out of the way. The train's coming. So just remember that. If I know it's hard to leave relationships, but when it's toxic, it's toxic. And I think anybody out there will know the difference, what I'm talking about. So the last thing, I kept being shown feathers and birds and eggs, and then I got a manure-like smell, and the only thing that I could think of was chicken houses or turkey houses. Somebody who has that sort of a job, and I'm supposed to tell you to not give up. You'll make it through this heat, and don't be scared of losing your money. It's all going to even out. So if that resonates for somebody, I hope that's welcome news. I also keep hearing something about November. By November, it'll all be a thing of the past, and I'll be done with. So try to focus on that and trust it, and know that y'all are going to be okay. Lastly, I have some affirmations that I got, and they are: I am thankful, I am resourceful, I am unique. And those 3 affirmations go out to just about everybody. I mean, if you can say those things, it will really help you get into a better state of mind moving forward. When I use affirmations, they're so powerful because it just resets your brain. It resets your brain so you can think better and see more positive, because again, what you put it out into the world comes back. And so what you're hearing and what you're ingesting and what you're digesting, whether it be mentally or physically, you're going to see more of that if you continue to listen to things, that are negative and that sort of thing. So just remember, I am thankful, I am resourceful, I am unique. God made you a special human. Every one of us have our own little blueprints and our own missions and our own lessons and purposes. It's none of our business what anybody else is doing, especially if we're not doing what we're supposed to be doing. So try to stay in your lane and do what you know you need to be doing, and let some of the small stuff go. Let some of the drama just go. That's how you're gonna move forward. The negativity has got to go, and it's a really negative place on this planet right now, but you can make it better with your own thoughts and what you're putting out to the world. So I hope that this has been good for y'all. Let me know in the comments if anything resonated. I'm going to be working on this and trying to get better at it. And I'm not a tech person by any means, so but I'm hoping to bring some more of these messages to you. So let me know if you enjoyed it, and I will see you next time. Thank you.